Committee sources told NBC News that its delivery only late last Friday represented an unprecedented delay in the context of confirmation hearings for a major department. Chairman Wicker and Senator Jack Reed, Democrat of Rhode Island, the committee's ranking member, are the only senators who have read the report, but several senators from both parties are demanding to see it. According to one senator, Wicker did not poll his fellow Republicans on the committee until last Thursday. He found that support for Hegseth falls short of the committee majority. If his nomination goes to the Senate floor, where there are only 53 Republicans, Senator Murkowski of Alaska and Collins of Maine are likely to vote no. Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, liberated from his duties as the GOP Senate leader, is also a likely no. Moreover, GOP Senators Joni Ernst of Iowa, Tom Tillis of North Carolina, John Curtis of Utah, who just replaced his good friend Mitt Romney in the Senate, are said to be irritated by ad buys in their states from MAGA groups that demand that they vote to confirm Hegseth. Wow. I didn't know there were ads out there.
I didn't either.
Hegseth has met with many senators, almost all Republicans, to answer their questions. The results have been uneven. Some are enthusiastic about him and his opposition to a woke military, but others say that when he is pressed on specifics about his proposed Pentagon reforms, he retreats to platitudes and generalities. He's also been vague in detailing his management skills, perhaps in part because his biggest leadership role has been with the veterans group Vets for Freedom. But be interesting. But I saw that, go, okay, there's been nothing when you think about it the last couple of weeks on really any of the nominations and where they stand.
Right.
But I did not know that Hegseth right now in the count in the committee before it even gets to the General Senate to be passed forward doesn't have the votes as of right now.
Well, I mean, when you looked, I guess, back in November and early December, it really was about the conversations between Hegseth and Joni Ernst, and we didn't know what the reports, if you put them all together, made it seem like she was the only holder. Maybe one or two. But if we've gotten to this point, you know, if it's right now where it is, the item on blackmail is going to be the one that really, I think, destroys it. If anything destroys it, it's you can't have that as somebody that's going to be the Secretary of Defense. And if you have a handful right now in the GOP, then you'll probably have more before.
Well, because they're gonna pound it if he doesn't have the votes in the committee right now, and believe me, Democrats are going to pound it. And it's not what he did.
No, it's how he handled it.
It's nothing about because people say his personal life should be kept out of it.
Right.
Well, it's no longer the personal life when you agree to pay off someone who you say you haven't done anything against, and you wish to have a very high national security job, and the concern about blackmail that always exists. This is an argument that would make whether it was a Democrat or a liberal.
Oh, yeah. And
so it would be interesting to see, and He has votes in committee right now, and they pound this over and over. Believe me, Democrats want to be, and that will be his victory. And you could say, yeah, but, that happens. It's not going to happen, and he works for Trump anyway. You have a point. It doesn't matter to these senators. He's shown that he has said, I did nothing wrong at all. I broke no law at all, but I still pay blackmail money.
Right.
And you say maybe a non-disclosure.
Legal blackmail.
Legal blackmail.
The idea is that somebody would be, Secretary of Defense could be manipulated. It's a weakness. It's a problem for the biggest of reasons.
The way he answered it, when I read that, I went,
yeah,
oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he laid it out.
And we said this weeks ago when this was the first time we went, whoa, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shows that you have already believed you did no wrong at all, yet just a story coming out you were willing to pay money for.
Well, and
which is
when he did that with Megyn Kelly, we said, look, it was all planned. He went out to basically spill all of that out there. I guess in the spirit of transparency.
Yeah.
But in doing so, basically came out and said, I haven't always been transparent. Well, that's the problem.
Well, not only that, but there was twice where he didn't inform Trump.
Right.
As to the situation there. They got burned twice on him. So you combine all three.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think the Democrats will care that he didn't tell Trump. But it just would mean that if this thing got really heated, they didn't have the votes.
Yeah.
Trump, remember, Trump was loyal to Matt Gaetz until he wasn't.
Right.
Because the whole point is
how it all works.
Because it's about Trump. It's not about you.
Right.
It isn't about you. So I just look at it and go, if he doesn't have the votes now, and the thing is, it would be a shame because I think that he really does wish to clean up what has gone on in the military. I don't know who else out there has been as passionate as him to destroy the wokeness inside the military. I just don't.
Yeah.
And look, when people say, well, he isn't qualified because of his management. Excuse me? Lloyd Austin didn't tell anybody that he wasn't around.
Yeah.
And if you see the crap and the management of the military that we've had over the last 4 years, I'm not worried about Hegseth for that.
No, his ability to do the job, I didn't really have a great concern over. It's the process here is very different. Getting there is different. Very different.
But a lot of people don't know that. You and I have been covering politics for such a long time. We know that that's one thing, that if you are susceptible in any way, if the perception is there that you're susceptible to blackmail, and it would be because he admitted that he was.
Right.
Well, then you just told the entire world, well, I was blackmailed once and paid the people off.
Right. Well, and there can't really be anything that stands as the basis to question that kind of behavior by a Secretary of Defense. You just can't have that in play and have everybody. And yes, Trump as the commander-in-chief doesn't matter. Anybody at that level can't be seen as anybody who would be vulnerable in that way.
Unless you're a Democrat.
Right. Then all bets are off.
But, yeah.
Then they just want your pronouns.
I'm looking at this going, wow. Because I didn't hear. It was been awfully quiet, and it seems like things are really good, and all of a sudden there's been nothing for the last couple of weeks.
Right.
This is the first indication I've seen. First story I've seen that anybody reported that Hegseth does not have the committee majority vote right now to even get it out of committee.
Right.
And I just don't see if they pound on this
day in and day out. Because I can hear the senators, you were blackmailed and you succumbed to it. If you did it there, how do we know you're not going to do it there?
Well, and
what's your answer? You're going to have to believe me. And then they'll say, yeah, but you didn't tell Trump twice.
That's
what was going on.
I think you add all these items, they show a pattern of behavior. You're totally in CYA mode at every turn. And it's not about you. It's about the U.S. It's about national defense, the Secretary of Defense. You can't be shown to have that pattern of behavior. That's what the committee will look at. That's what the full Senate vote would be looking at. Well, at least for the GOP. You didn't disclose to the Trump team. Look, there's some issues there with the transition team. I don't know how that happens without the proper vetting by a third party. And I mean run it through the mill as many times as you can before you bring the nomination forward. But this happens. This is what the process is all about.
It'll be interesting to see how he performs under this kind of pressure, because that's pressure. Because that's the one thing you and I know about, national security positions that you hold, and how, especially in the past, conservatives have worried about that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so the Democrats are going to pound on that. They're going to pound on that.
Yep.
And so if he doesn't have the votes now in the committee to even get it out, I don't know how he gets the votes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you turn that around.
Yeah, if that's true.
Right.
That he doesn't have the votes in committee now.
Right.
According to, that's, by the way, John Fund. And John Fund isn't known as somebody, if anybody knows who John Fund is, he isn't known to just throw out hyperbole.
Right. Right.
So be interesting to see what happens there. 866-90 Red Eye.
Lines open for your calls. 866-90 Red Eye on Red Eye Radio.
If you like listening to Red Eye On Demand, we have more of Eric Harley and guests for you. Download RER's Extra Mile podcast. More topics and issues discussed.
Are you driving or buying a used Freightliner or Western Star truck that's no longer under warranty? Ask your Freightliner or Western Star dealer about Extended Optimum, an OEM-backed coverage that pays for parts and labor on repairs used truck owners commonly pay for out of pocket. Whether you need coverage for your chassis or Detroit engine, Extended Optimum offers options for on-highway and vocational trucks that cover just what you need. And because it's from your truck's OEM, repairs are pre-approved and claims get paid. Go to extendedoptimum.com.
So much information, so little time, and so many sources that may not have your best interest in mind. For over 100 years, Fleet Owner has been your number one source of reliable industry news. Whether you need the most up-to-date news from our daily Newsline newsletter, the latest on EVs and the changing alternative fuel landscape from our emissions and efficiency newsletter, or you are looking for Class 1 through 6 info from our HD Pickup and Van newsletter, you've come to the right place. Fleet Owners newsletters are crafted by industry experts and award-winning editors with you in mind. We are dedicated to bringing you the right news and information at the right time. Combine those newsletters with our print publication, and you have a combination that cannot be beat. Sign up today for the newsletter or newsletters that fit your needs at fleetowner.com. For industry news and trends, that is fleetowner.com. That's fleetowner.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund's Rigs Without Cigs program is a free tobacco cessation program available to all Class A over-the-road truck drivers. Rigs Without Cigs participants receive free tools to help them quit, along with support and accountability from a certified tobacco cessation specialist. To learn more, you can go to truckersfund.org and look under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up today. That's truckersfund.org.
Whaling City Ford's kicking off 2025 with a bang. Hi, this is Filippo Marchione, dealer principal at WhalingCityFord.com on the corner of Broad and Coleman in New London, Connecticut. Get $5,000 guaranteed for your trade. That's right, $5,000 guaranteed all month long towards the purchase of any of our brand new Ford Broncos in stock. Push it, pull it, tow it. All it needs is a VIN number. We want to see the biggest pieces of junk around. And don't forget, you always get paid for your trade at Whaling City Ford. That means even if you don't do a deal, we'll write you a check on the spot for your trade-in. Get $5,000 towards the purchase of any new Ford Bronco in stock at Whaling City Ford. Over 50 to choose from. If that's not good enough, how about a guaranteed $3,500 towards any other new vehicle in stock? It's cash for your clunkers all month long at Whaling City Ford on the corner of Broad and Coleman. 860-443-8361. Visit us at WhalingCityFord.com. Have we met yet? We are. See dealer for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from big wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now. Save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
The happy conservative warrior, Mike Gallagher, is live every morning from 10 till noon on 94.9 News Now and Stimulating Talk.
It's Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Carley, and I'm Gary McNamara. Welcome and good morning. Thanks so much for being here this morning. Well, the parent company of Facebook, Meta, and Instagram is cutting its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs for hiring, training, and picking suppliers. The company has also eliminated its DEI-focused team and will instead build programs that focus on how to apply fair and consistent practices that mitigate bias for all, no matter your background, according to a Friday memo by the Vice President of Human Resources. The move comes just days after CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced that the company will no longer rely on politically biased fact checkers to censor content, pledging to restore free expression on its platforms. Zuckerberg warned that the so-called, quote, unbiased fact checkers have in fact shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas. Also, Zuckerberg told Joe Rogan that the government told Facebook and Instagram, told him to censor the truth.
Yeah. No surprise to us. Somebody suggested over the weekend, I said it, I think, I don't know, last year sometime. We should see the Facebook files. We did the Twitter files. Let's do the Facebook files.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is the Twitter files were done after Jack was gone. And Zuckerberg would still be there. I'm sure there's a lot of egg on his face that would be left behind if we did the Facebook files in a similar way. So I don't expect that to happen, but I'd love to know more about what the government did. We knew this was going on. We knew it was happening. In fact, about the time the Twitter files were happening, he went on Rogan, Zuckerberg went on Rogan to talk about the laptop thing. They came to us in the summer of 2020. Well, we know how deeply embedded the FBI was now thanks to the Twitter files over at Twitter. So at Facebook, they were just on the phone constantly at the very least. Or was there deeper involvement? Man, I'd love to know. I'd love to see all that.
Breaking news and stimulating talk from New London to Old Saybrook, Montville to Ledger. 94.9 News Now and stimulating talk.
Imagine a new kitchen, a new bathroom, or a new look for your home. Visit Master Tile Kitchen and Bath Design at their exquisite showroom in Old Saybrook. Come and see their line of birch kitchen cabinets and birch bathroom vanities. See their curated selection of beautiful tile. Master Tile will help to bring your spaces to life. Contact Master Tile Kitchen and Bath Design for a free estimate. 1522 Boston Post Road, Old Saybrook, or mastertilepro.com.
Fox News, I'm Sue Guzman. No break for first responders on the fire lines in California.
These winds, combined with low relative humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in Los Angeles County very high.
L.A. County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney, the death toll now at least 24. President Donald Trump calling on congressional Republicans to enact his policies with one or two reconciliation bills. Majority Whip Tom member says they're ready.
Once we make the decision, is it going to be one, is it going to be two? Doesn't matter. The whip's job is to make sure that we execute once that decision has been made.
Emmer on ABC this week, and the U.S. and Arab mediators reportedly making significant progress overnight toward brokering a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war and the release of hostages held in Gaza. America's listening to Fox News.
Finally, this election cycle is over and we are already seeing big numbers. The stock market hit an all-time high and rates are going down. This is why at One Team Real Estate, we are gearing up for a huge spring 2025 real estate market. Realtor.com and Zillow.com, our two premier partners, have told us to gear up, and we are looking for seasoned professional real estate agents today. Go to joinoneteam.com and find out who onboard with the team in Connecticut with the advantage over the market.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
If you shopped for insurance, you've gotten caught up in this trap. If you need insurance, press 1. If you need good insurance, press 2. If you need cheap insurance, press 3. Don't get stuck in this endless loop of wrong options. Call the Burns Agency today. No automated systems, no voicemail, no call centers. Real licensed account managers here to guide you through the insurance process. From quote to purchase and long-term quality customer service. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Readers of the day voted Joshua's Worldwide Transportation the best.
The Hartford Current voted Joshua's Worldwide Transportation the best.
Hi, this is Gary McKeon.
And I'm Stephanie McKeon. And now we want you to know everything Joshua's can do for you.
Joshua's Worldwide Transportation can handle it all. Curating your exclusive experience and delivering it from behind the wheel. Our travel expertise, pampered car service, and 24/7 concierge team will be with you every step of the way.
Limousines, party buses, sedans, SUVs, and full-size coach buses are just the beginning.
Got a flight to catch? Forget rush hour and liquor parking fees. Joshua's will pick you up and bring you to the airport. Planning an event? We ensure a prompt valet service. Traveling abroad? Our multilingual chauffeurs will be there to guide you. We can even book your entire trip. Flights, hotels, and cruises. Worldwide.
One call and we're yours forever. Covering all aspects of your business or leisure travel.
Taking you to great destinations for over 28 years. Joshua'sWorldwide.com. Joshua's Worldwide Transportation.
Did you get engaged at Christmas? 94.9 News Now presents the Women's Health, Beauty, and Bridal Show at Mohegan Sun. Call your girlfriends and get tickets today.
A runway bridal fashion show, a lingerie show, hair show, and more.
Women go to look, feel, and become healthier. Brides go to plan a beautiful and creative wedding. Over 300 exhibitors with fresh, innovative ideas and new products. A designer first party giveaway where everyone gets a chance to win a Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Kate Spade, and more. A live engagement. Get your tickets at fullpowerevents.com. If your business or organization wants to be part of the show, booth space is still available. The Women's Health, Beauty, and Bridal Expo, Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. Tickets at fullpowerevents.com.
94.9 News Now and Stimulating Talk. Eastern Connecticut's news and information never stops. Set a button to 94.9 News Now.
Catch all 5 hours of the show live every night on the Red Eye Radio app. Available in the App Store. Red Eye Radio.
And he is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for being here this morning. There was some football play over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
It'll be next Monday then. Notre Dame against Ohio State for the national championship of college football.
All right.
The Fighting Irish.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to all involved.
When are they going to change that?
I hope both teams win.
Well, wait a minute. Witness is gone. They don't have to change their name.
No, they don't.
From the Fighting Irish.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. Well,
by the way, how the Cowboys doing in the playoffs yesterday?
They're not in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Football season in Texas was over back in August. I'm talking about. We move on.
We were talking about Zuckerberg at Facebook, and I asked you the question briefly at the beginning of the show when we were just scanning some of the topics we're going to be talking about during the show, and with him coming out and over the weekend and making it clear that they're getting rid of all their DEI programs, all of them.
Yeah.
And they scrapped the liberal fact checkers out there.
Yeah.
And then he's on Rogan talking about the fact of, we know how the government, wanted them to tell lies. And they knew it was lies, is the claim he is making. Now, when he came out last week and talked about the fact checkers, a lot of Republicans and conservatives said, okay, he's just trying to get on Trump's good side. And you see the DEI thing, then you hear what he said. I've got the question, because they hear, well, he wants to get along with every administration. Was that what he was doing the first time?
Right.
Was he just trying to get along because he was afraid of the blue wave of intimidation? I'm only asking the question. I'm not trying to make a statement by asking that question. No, I just look at the intimidation that has existed from the left. Everything from critical race theory to the radical transgender movement.
Well, we talk about the joint edicts during the final year of the Obama administration on transgender students in schools and public schools. And the joint edict was between the Department of Education and Department of Justice. Well, the strong arm there is the DOJ. So the question I would have for Zuckerberg is, all right, what were the conditions? Did you just say, this sounds logical, we'll go along with whatever you're asking? Or did they have to be more convincing? When you look how they were at how they were embedded at Twitter, and then the conversations, the language, there's a lot of concern by big tech companies about breaking them up through regulation and everything else. That's been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But with Twitter and Facebook, it's about what? It's about the conversation. It's about messages. It's about the narrative. It's about what people are saying. It's about everyday people saying something and then getting, in later years, punished for that. You got delisted or whatever. And during the COVID thing, nobody really, they knew that the average person had no idea what was going on with COVID. You build that fear. Then you control the conversation. If you can control the language in the conversation, you've won a massive chunk of the battle in controlling the people for a long time. Well, where's the conversation? It's all on social media. It is the conversation. In fact, it's a choice for most people. You're not going to, you're not going to hang out with friends anymore. You're going to get a virtual hangout, and that's where everything we said, your viewpoints and everything floats at that point to the top. And the government has to control all that if they, again, are trying to control the language. Community notes is one of the greatest things to happen in that setting.
Oh, Newsom got hit on a few times over the weekend.
Man, he just got. I don't think he understands how community notes work. Clearly he doesn't, because he just kept getting hit again and again. But what is that? It's what we have always said. You have the ability to find the answers. The truth is out there if you want to find it, and you have the ability to get it. You just have to have the will. Well, you got to break the will. If you're the government, if you're an administration that is hell-bent on changing the narrative, then you're going to have to break the will of people, and you're going to need the people who control the landscape, the real estate of social media, like Zuckerberg. I have a ton of questions, because I really don't think we're going to see the Facebook files. Because, again, Zuckerberg is still there. You know, the reason we saw them at Twitter is because Elon Musk said after he bought it, all right, let's go through this. And these were, you know, Matt Taibbi, Barry Weiss, Michael Schellenberger. They're all liberals. They're not, but they end up doing real journalism there. And we learned a hell of a lot about how the FBI was acting. I mean, it's scary to think about all that. The conspiracy theorists of the world, you know, would often float, well, the government's in control of all this. Oh, man, you look at the Twitter files and tell me where those people are wrong. The messaging is the point. And it's not like, well, on the DOJ Facebook page, they came out and corrected something and said this isn't true, or just issued a statement. Well, that wasn't enough anymore. And John Kerry said it in recent months. The First Amendment, free speech, blocks our agenda.
And Hillary wanted to have civil and criminal penalties for misinformation.
That's right. And Bill woke up one morning going, hey, what? What'd you say? What'd you say about lying in prison? Those are the things you have to look at. It's still very much alive. They just don't have control of it. Now they've lost Zuckerberg. And as my grandma always said, when you lose Zuckerberg, you're done.
Well, the question is, especially the response I saw from many Republicans saying, well, we don't trust Zuckerberg. He's just doing this because of Trump. His heart really, and all of a sudden the DEI falls by the wayside, and all of a sudden there he is out there, talking about the fact of how the Biden administration, wanted them to lie.
Yeah.
Wanted them to censor the truth, right. Which is in essence lying. You're censoring the truth.
Right.
That they wanted them to.
The cycle screws misinformation, disinformation.
Is the biggest purveyor of that.
And by the way, another recent example over the weekend, Newsom.
Yeah.
Because he's accusing Trump of misinformation, disinformation, as he, sitting governor of California, lies to the people of California. Wow. Again, we'll shape the narrative, we'll control the conversation, and you'll shut up. And we'll come at you if you don't.
Just reading some of the transcript from Rogan. So at the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went on from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve, like in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. And it's like, oh, no, now you have to wear a mask. And, everything was shifting around. It became very difficult to follow. And this really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program.
Yeah,
I'm generally pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think in the balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. I think that while they're trying to push that program, they're also trying to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it, and they pushed us super hard to take down things that were honestly true.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says the vaccines might have side effects, you need to take down. I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, we're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true. And then Joe Rogan said, who's telling you to take down things to talk about vaccine side effects? Zuckerberg. It was people inside the Biden administration, the interactions that I was just referring to. I mean, a lot of this is documented because Jim Jordan in the House had the whole investigation in the committee into the kind of government censorship around stuff like this. And we produced all these documents, and it's all in the public domain. I mean, basically, these people from my administration would call up our team and, scream at them and curse. And it's like these documents and curse. And it's like these documents are all out there. And Rogan said, did you record any of these phone calls? No, I don't think we recorded, but there are emails. The emails are published. It's all kind of out there. And basically, it's just got to this point where we're like, no, we're not going to take things down that are true. That's ridiculous. So it'd be my question. Is he really changing? Does he realize the error of his ways? Is it a money thing too? And it's fine if it's a money thing.
Well, I mean,
if it's
you have to decide what you are. I mean, as a business, you're going to have to decide what you are going forward. And we said that from the beginning on this whole thing. Look, you sign on to Facebook. It doesn't matter where you are. Facebook, CNN.com. Don't believe everything you read.
See the way the mainstream media covered that?
Yeah.
Well, no, in order to get that, I did see a couple of online especially. Well, if you want to get things done, you want to move things forward in a positive way, you do have to censor misinformation.
Right.
Well, you're the misinformation.
Exactly. And who decides that?
We need to censor the Biden administration for the last week.
Right.
Because there is no organization that has put out more misinformation than the Biden administration over the last couple of years.
Right.
Tell me another organization that has.
No, I mean, they're the biggest and the most powerful.
And speaking of natural gas and gaslighting, they have to win a gaslighting award, and not just a participation award.
No, it has to be a presidential gaslighting medal, I think. I think Trump should award it.
The gaslighting medal of freedom. You need to gaslight to have freedom.
Give it to Biden 1 week from tomorrow.
Democracy relies on misinformation from the government.
Yep.
866-9-RED-I.
Get in touch with Red Eye Radio, toll free at 866-90-RED-I.
Avoid fuel gelling by using Hot Shot Secret EDT Plus Winter Defense 7-in-1 diesel and anti-jet fuel booster. Available at Pilot Flying J, Amazon, and HotShotSecret.com.
Eric, it's finally here after 3 years of development. Eden Pure Thunderstorm works by using O3 molecules and plasma to kill bacteria and viruses while getting rid of any odor.
And Eric, laboratory testing confirms the Thunderstorm eliminates 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Gets rid of the toughest odors anywhere in your home. Odors are no match for the Thunderstorm.
Right now, you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. Put one in your basement, bedroom, family room, kitchen, or anywhere you need clean, fresh air. Go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use our discount code REDI3 to save $200 on 3 Thunderstorms. EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code REDI3. Eric Harley here, excited about the opening of the nation's biggest travel center, Truckers Paradise. Over 200,000 square feet of amenities like clean showers and restrooms and no-wait fueling. Kick back at the beach, beer garden, or sports yard while the Tiki Girls bring you delicious meals and drinks. And Truckers Paradise is washing your truck. Many amenities available November 8th at 4321 North I-35, Gainesville, Texas. Go to truckersparadise.com and follow on Facebook.
So much information, so little time. So many sources that may not have your best interest in mind. For over 100 years, Fleet Owner has been your #1 source of reliable industry news. Whether you need the most up-to-date news from our daily Newsline newsletter, the latest on EVs and the changing alternative landscape from our emissions and efficiency newsletter, or you're looking for Class 1 through 6 info from our HD Pickup and newsletter, you come to the right place. Fleet Owner newsletters are crafted by industry experts and award-winning editors with you in mind. We are dedicated to bringing you the right news and information at the right time. Combine those newsletters with our print publication, and you have a combination that cannot be beat. Sign up today for the newsletter, or newsletter fit your needs at fleetowner.com. For industry news and trends, that's fleetowner.com. That's fleetowner.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to offer a 12-week comprehensive health and wellness program for all Class A over-the-road truck drivers. Health Habits for the Long Haul is a free interactive program focusing on nutrition, hydration, movement, stress, and more. Drivers have free access to a health coach to develop healthy habits. Visit truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab to register today. Truckersfund.org.
It's 2025 at Whaling City Mazda. Hi, this is Filippo Marchioni, dealer principal of the all-new Whaling City Mazda. 567 Coleman Street, New London, Connecticut. 40 Mazda CX-30s to choose from. 60 Mazda CX-5s. How about 28 Mazda CX-50s? How about the all-new Mazda CX-50 Hybrid? Mazda CX-70 and the gorgeous Mazda CX-90. Only at Whaling City Mazda can you get 0% financing. And leases starting as low as $199 a month. Save up to $5,000 on Mazda CX-30s. Over $10,000 on some Mazda CX-90s in stock. And remember, you always get paid for your trade. Even if you don't buy a vehicle at Whaling City Mazda, we'll write you a check on the spot. Don't forget about our service and parts department. Come down and meet Steve Doss and his team at Whaling City Mazda. 567 Coleman. 860-443-CITY. WhalingCityMazda.com. Have we met yet? We are. See dealer below for details.
That cold winter chill is here. And did you know that 90% of our homes are under-insulated? If you're not sure how yours measures up, Koala Insulation of Eastern Connecticut can come by and do a free evaluation of your home's insulation and make recommendations that will keep the cold out and the warm, cozy air inside this winter. You may just be turning your heat up way higher than you need to. So beat the cold and book your free evaluation today with Koala Insulation of Eastern Connecticut for results you can truly feel. Get started at koalainsulation.com.
New year, new you, new furniture? Oh, absolutely. Tammy here, Preston Trading Post Furniture Girl, bringing you the best American and Amish furniture to kick off your year of style. Why settle for basic when you can have beautiful? You choose the colors, fabrics, and finishes, and we'll make sure your home looks like it belongs in a magazine. Hurry in, you'll be surprised by what you'll discover.
Hot talk that sizzles your mind and drives libs crazy. 94.9 News Now and Stimulating Talk.
It's Red Eye Radio. He's Eric Carly, and I'm Gary McNamara. All right, just the media coverage of stuff here. I saw this story the other day, and I went, what? Bill Maher dismisses speculation of quitting HBO show. They'll have to drag me off. Well, who started the speculation?
I didn't hear that. Yeah.
He did.
Oh.
He's the one that said it. And then he had the next sentence. What I'm saying was I didn't want to do another Trump term.
Oh, that's right. He threatened to quit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. When Trump...
That's what I mean. The headline, the headline makes it sound like there's some speculation. The story started with him. The story should read, Bill Maher reverses himself, will stay. And he said, despite speculating late last year that he may quit ahead of another Trump administration, real-time host Bill Maher told CNN he's not quitting the program. Maher told CNN anchor Jake Tapper on Friday that although he's probably going to retire from doing stand-up tours, he's not stepping down from his popular Friday night show. If anything, he'll have to be forced out. I don't know where this started. I'm getting rid of real time. You said it!
He said he didn't want to do it during another Trump administration.
Right. He didn't say
by the way, that's
stand
not speculation. Others guessing that he may quit would he speculation.
Right. He said it.
Wow.
It's like, and everybody covered it that way. I'm like,
rumors. Bill Maher squashes the rumors they may not say. No, he was actually talking about it.
Right.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Earn personalized savings on commercial truck insurance with Smart Haul from Progressive. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. Not available in all states or situations.
All right, we're going to do bench presses and curls for upper body today. Sound good?
I'm just so tired of driving a truck all week. I feel like I don't have enough time.
Have you downloaded the Weigh My Truck app from Catskill? You can save you tons of time when checking your weight.
Speaking of weight, can you spot me?
Your time is money, and nobody knows it better than Catskill. That's why we offer the Weigh My Truck app absolutely free. Now you can complete your entire weigh without ever leaving the truck. You can see your weights on your mobile device, and scale tickets are automatically emailed to you. Best of all, weighing with Catskill means you're backed by the Catskill guarantee. Remember, time is money, so get weighed and get going with the Weigh My Truck app. Visit WeighMyTruck.com to find out more about how this app can revolutionize how you weigh your truck. That's WeighMyTruck.com.
Forgetness, accuracy, cold weather's coming. Will your diesel engine be ready? Protect it with House Diesel Treat, the nation's top anti-gel solution. Say goodbye to gelled fuel, water buildup, and harmful deposits while enjoying smooth lubrication. And if the temps drop way below freezing, don't panic. House Diesel Lifeline can rescue gelled fuel with no fuel mixing or filter replacement needed. Both products are guaranteed and warranty safe. Don't let winter bring your engine to a halt. Trust House to keep you through the coldest weather.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers, share remarkable safety records, and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without preventable accident, register online at RedEyeRadioShow.com. That's RedEyeRadioShow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from the Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Catskill. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at RedEyeRadioShow.com.
As an owner-operator, you have unique needs to ensure you can run a profitable business, deliver on time, and still have time at home with the fan. The experts at Fleet Owner bring their expertise to you each week with the For the Driver newsletter, arriving in your inbox every Wednesday morning. This free newsletter will help you stay on point with all of your goals, understand upcoming regulations, and be on the forefront of breaking trucking news. Sign up today at FleetOwner.com.
Broadcasting from the Bristol on GMC studios. WJTF, Montauk, Ledyard, Mystic, Norwich. 94.9 News Now.
Concerns about more wind in Southern California. I'm Ted Linder, Fox News. The wind forecast to kick up again this week in Los Angeles, increasing the danger of spreading wildfires.
Be prepared to evacuate. We keep going back to that. But with this next wind event, got to stay informed. Follow all evacuation warnings and orders. And the key here is without delay.
That's LA Fire Chief Kristen Crowley. Fox's Max Gordon has more from Malibu.
The scope of the devastation really is jaw-dropping. The Palisades fire burned right up to the Pacific Ocean. Multi-million-dollar home reduced to ashes. Now, where we are, the fire burned right up to the Pacific, had nowhere to go. But on the eastern end of the fire, that's where we saw the bulk of the fire activity. The fire making a run for the neighborhood of Brentwood. Firefighters say things are relatively buttoned up there, but the threat is not yet over. We're expecting more high winds into next week.
And at least 24 people are confirmed dead. President Biden promising extensive federal support for California, but some are claiming the response is stagnant.
President Biden is here at the White House meeting with senior officials, getting the latest briefings on those fires in Los Angeles. The White House saying President Biden meeting with his FEMA and DHS chiefs. And over on ABC, Deanne Criswell was asked why hundreds of active duty forces, including Marines, have not been used to combat the fires. Late last week, 10 new helicopters arrived from San Diego. They have also not been used. On Sunday morning, Futures Tennessee Senator Bill Haggerty was critical of officials in Los Angeles and in California, including Governor Gavin Newsom. He wants to hold hearings to find out what went wrong with this response.
And that is Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Audio presents the Fox Nation Investigate podcast. A look into the Menendez brothers with victims or villains. And Judge Janine Pirro and a panel of experts break down their new fight for freedom with monsters or misunderstood. And follow 3 incredible cases where world-renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Bodden helps change the course of the investigation with the Bodden Files. Listen and follow FoxTrueCrime.com or where you get your favorite podcast.
It's time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people in the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
Including the pre-Super Bowl era, what NFL franchise has won the most NFL championships?
I'm going to say the Cowboys.
I guess I would say the Packers. How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
The quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Thank you for taking the quiz.
Well, President Biden speaking on Sunday with Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. They discussed the ongoing negotiations in Doha for a ceasefire and hostage release deal. It's based on the May 2024 arrangement endorsed by the UN Security Council. The White House says the president stressed the immediate need for a ceasefire in Gaza and the return of the hostages. Uber is offering young would-be drivers who flunked their driver's exam free access to some rides. The giveaway sure to cheer up discouraged driving test takers. The rideshare giant says the giveaway good for 6 rides each worth a maximum of $20, and that offer goes through the end of March of 2025. Gas prices remain stagnant over the last 3 weeks. Oil journalist Trilby Lumberg, the publisher of the Lumberg survey, says the national average for a gallon of unleaded regular rose a penny to $3.14. Lumberg telling us who's paying the most and who's paying the least.
Low end in our January 10 survey, Houston is $2.53, and the high average is Honolulu at $4.50. Denver, $2.78. Philadelphia, $3.17. Los Angeles is $4.35.
Lumberg says crude oil prices rose 17 cents over the same time period. That could lead to a bit of an increase at the pump in the near future. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer expressed concern about the rising cost of eggs. Senator says the problems that contain bird flu must be maintained.
When you do slashing across the board, it hurts average people. In this case, the price of eggs.
Senator Schumer warning anyone in the new Congress or in the Department of Government Efficiency not to cut bird flu containment programs. And the South recovery thawing, warm weather, melting the snow on the ice. Crews restored power to parts of North and South Carolina this weekend. Tens of thousands of customers lost electricity over the last few days. Major airports in the Southeast saying now that runways are operational. I'm Ted Linder. This is Fox News.
It's a bird.
It's a plane. It's a tank man.
The Tank Man. When you're buying or selling your home, any letters will approve it in-ground oil tank. Take care of those issues with an oil tank inspection from the Tank Man.
The tank man at Service Station Equipment.
The Tank Man. 1-800-801-TANK. Service Station Equipment from Martin McKinney. Bang Zoom.
Well, we may not have flying cars, but at least we can now talk to our computers.
Amazing. It's stunning. Oh, yeah, wow. So, it's weird.
And yeah, it's weird.
I don't have an opinion on it.
But listening to your voice is nothing new to us. We've been living in the future for decades. Just ask anyone.
The term future has different uses.
This is 94.9 News Now. More hard-hitting local stories. All things news from Rhode Island, Eastern Connecticut, and Long Island. 94.9 News Now.
Now, in Red Eye Radio, Gary McNamara and Eric Hardy talk about everything from politics, social issues, and news today. Whether you're late or you're just starting your day, welcome to the show from the United America Studios. This is Red Eye Radio.
All across America and around the planet, we are Red Eye Radio. He's our Carly, not Gary McNamara. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Yeah, just some media stuff. Got to tidy up here. We're talking about the whole, Bill Maher thing. And the headlines, if you read it the other day, that said, Bill Maher dismissed the speculation of quitting HBO show. Had to drag me off. And I read that. I went, what are you talking about? You said it. Right. I mean, speculation.
That's not speculation.
Nobody else was speculating. You said you were going to quit.
Yeah, when you first said that, I thought, we read that line, and I thought, wait a minute. Other people are saying he's going to, everybody's speculating. He's right. Because we talked about it when he said it.
He's talking to Jane Fonda. And I think we played the audio. Yeah. But he told CNN anchor Jake Tapper on Friday that although he's probably going to retire from doing stand-up tours, he's stepping down from the show. I don't know where this started. I'm getting rid of real time. I blank. They're going to have to drag me off that show. Well, they got it from you. During an episode of his podcast in December, he told Jane Fonda he may quit because he